Hello, I would like to welcome you to episode 7 of the Follow the Leader video podcast. I'm Greg Barron, and I would like to thank you for watching. Tonight's tonight's topic, the title is Reset. I've had a little bit of a week, and I've had to hit the reset button several times on plans I've had this week. And so it just seems to be the right thing. I can't get my mind off of the word reset. I've had to do it so many times. You begin with a plan, you think things are going to work out this way, and then life throws you enough curveballs to almost make you want to step out of the batter's box for a minute. This week, as all of you know by now, I am fully disabled, and so I have medical things that I have to deal with just as part of routine maintenance and taking care of myself. Well, every now and then a curveball will get thrown into that will give me something a little more interesting to be responsible for. And so something like that came up this week, and it's being handled. And I'm going to take care of myself because I can't take care of anybody else unless I do that first. But having to reset, being able to reset, is so important because change is the only constant in life. And so that means that things are not going to go the way you planned them to. You must put contingency plans. You must have the ability to reset. I think they use the word pivot nowadays. I'm not as hip as the kids that are doing the corporate work nowadays, but pivot, being able to switch, move, dodge, jump out of the way of that new thing that's coming at you and get back on track. Being able to reset, it takes a certain amount of nerve. It's because you're basically starting over after you begin, you think you know what's going on, and then suddenly you're the whoa, and you have to start over again. When I was a kid, I think I've already told you guys before that I never beat my brother at checkers or chess. And so when the game got to a certain point and I realized that I wasn't going to win, I would bump the table, quote unquote, accidentally, and the game would be over. And my brother would just shake his head and he would dismiss me. If you're going to do that, go ahead. And I'd be whatever, and I'd walk off. So I reset the game there. That is a crude way of a crude idea of what a reset is like. Or to use, like in basketball, when they go to a timeout, they come back and you see on the screen that they have a game reset. They tell you what the score is, who the best players are so far in the game, things like that, who's in foul trouble, who's not, who's shooting in the bonus, that kind of stuff. So when you have to reset because of a problem, a miscommunication, change in the business climate, change in the markets, or just a change in your heart with what you want to do, or change in your relationships with the people that you're working with or working for, the first thing you have to do is you have to take stock of where you are. You should have had a plan when you started. Where are you on the plan? Where are you in the scheme of things? Where are you on the timeline? And you're like, okay, these resources have been used. These resources are still available to me. And this is the direction I need to head in order to keep things going. Let me communicate with those who are on my side, who are attempting to help me. And now let's go. Let's go. After you hit the reset button, then you have to go back to go. And you have to get it going. It can be frustrating to reset. And this perceived frustration makes it more difficult. In fact, this is where the significant portion of the difficulty in staging a reset comes from. It comes from how we feel about it. Things go wrong, we're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe I planned this. I worked so hard and now I have to do this over. And it's something no one likes to have to start over, especially when they think they're going well. Case in point, this video podcast I'm doing, this is my fourth attempt at it this week, because the first night that I really wanted to do it, Monday, I was just exhausted by the events of Monday. And then when you go to Tuesday and earlier today, it just didn't work out. I tried it and other things got in the way. So here I am making attempt number 4. And this is the first time in doing one of the video podcasts I was not able to fire it off the hip and make it go. And so it's a learning thing for me. As I attempt to help other people, it is helping me. It is helping me learn what it takes to deliver content to people in this form. It's all very new to me. And so the fact that I've actually been able to connect with a couple of people is just a blessing. It's just completely unexpected that I would connect with people this quickly. And I'm deeply grateful for that. But resetting is something you can provide for. You can build in contingency plans. Well, if this goes wrong, I'm going to do this. Well, if that goes wrong, I'm going to do that. And you can build in places where you think there might be a detour in the road based on your experience, based on guidance from other people. And you can say, okay, if we have to basically call a timeout, here's a good place for us to do it. You may even want to call a reset without anything going wrong. You may just want to say, okay, this is a good place for us to take a break and do an assessment of what we're trying to accomplish. Whatever that might be. I mean, if you're in school, there are built-in spots like that, spring break, fall break, even though students use those times for other things. You have built-in times like that at work called the holidays. And then when you're running a business, you can build those things in yourself because it's your business, you're the boss. If you're an executive, you're the boss to a certain degree. And you can build those things in. You create the project plans. You create the plans for the team. And your leadership indicates this is what we need to look out for. This is where we should try to stop and look back as well as look ahead. And so there's nothing wrong with the idea of a reset. It doesn't constitute any kind of a failure. It's just, all right, hold on. What happened? What hit us? Like on Star Trek, Captain Kirk would say, Scotty, damage report. And you check and see if there has been any damage. And what do you need to fix? How can you move on and in what direction? So I want to help people with whatever reset they are attempting to perform. The most important thing to know about a reset is that you can do it. Yes, you can. You have to know you run into a difficult situation, a difficult person, a difficult assignment. You can get through it. Other people have gotten through it before. You have gotten through other things before. And so it is possible. And you have to accept that. You have to know that. You have to know that if I okay, let me get calm down. Let me get a grip. Let me get ready. Let me think. What do I have to do? And where do I have to turn in order to find the kind of strength and resolve that it takes to reset things and move forward. When I first became disabled, I was facing the prospect of losing my right leg. I'm not going to get too grisly or too detailed, but it was a struggle. I was living alone in a big city, and I had family there, but they had their own responsibilities, work and school, They really did a lot to help me. I couldn't have dealt with it without them. And I had to make the decision in order to save myself that I was going to sacrifice my right leg. I could have gone septic and not been here showing my teeth at you the way I just did. So I had to talk to the Lord, and I had to hit a reset on my life. I knew my life was about to change in a dramatic way. The way I had been living, I wasn't going to live anymore. I was going to have to depend on other people in a greater way. And I was going to have to live my life and take care of myself in a much more, I had to be professional about it in order to keep things together. And I hit the reset button on mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I hit the total reset button so that I could keep up with the things that were changing in my life. And I could find a way to move forward, be positive, help hold my life together, along with the resources that I had to rely on. They were my allies in keeping myself together, staying healthy. And I was able to do it because so many people were there for me. I had access to the right kind of resources and help. When you grant yourself access to the right kind of resources, the right kind of help, then a reset is possible. And you can find a way to face whatever it is you're going through. It's been a rough year at this point for all of us, but everything is about to open up again. Opportunities are about to come our way that weren't available before. And so we have to be able to hit the reset button so we can move forward into how things are going to get better and what opportunities are going to show up. They're going to be there. The only question is, are we going to be able to take advantage of them? I want you to be able to take advantage of your opportunities. That's what a coach should be about. That's what I'm attempting to do. That's why I'm reaching out to let you know who I am, how I work, and you can tell from these videos whether or not a conversation with me is something that you think would be positive or not. If you don't think it would be helpful or be positive, hey, que sera, sera, that's fine. But if you do, I am more than willing to accept contact with you, keep whatever information you give me completely confidential, and coach you up into believing in yourself, motivate you into becoming the leader of your own life so that you can move forward in the direction you need to move in. This whole follow the leader thing, I've said way back, it's about you. It's about the leader that lives inside of you and what your leadership qualities and capabilities can do for you. You might never have felt like a leader before, ever, in any situation, but we can hit the reset button on that. We can turn that into something different. All you have to have is the want to. And if you want to, I can show you how. My foundation is the Gregory A. Barron Foundation, Incorporated. The email address is gabfinc@aol.com. Gabfinc, if you want to make it a word, at aol.com. Send me an email message. A few of you have already. Your stories are very interesting. And if you just send me one line, one paragraph, or if you decide to send your whole blinking life story, that's just fine. Whatever you feel comfortable doing, let's keep it on the family level. The language you use in church is good enough to use with me. Please don't tell me about anything you did where any charges might be brought up. Because I'm going to have to turn you in. I'm a law abiding citizen. I'm sorry. But if you tell me about your issues, whether they relate to school, whether they're, I'm sorry, I should have started personal, whether they're personal issues, whether they are related to school, related to work, related to your business, whatever. Bring that to me, man. Bring that to me. Bring that to me, woman. Bring that to me, and let's talk about it. You may never have talked to anyone about the central issue of your life that kept you from going back to school, that's keeping you from the job you deserve, that's affecting your life in other ways. Now, I'm not a healer. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not anything that requires 4 degrees. I only have 1 degree. But I'm someone that can help you find the right direction, find the right motivation, and discover your leadership skills. And then get going. And I'm someone who wants to be here to help you build your thing up into what you want it to be. That's what a good coach should do. Regular conversation, regular involvement with you and what you're attempting to make happen. So, that reset button is sitting there in front of you. It's time for you to reset your situation and fire up the engines again and get it moving where you want it to go. You can do it. Like I said, you have the power to do it. You can make it happen. I'm here to help you discover whatever needs to be discovered. So, this has been episode 7 of the Follow the Leader video podcast. It can be found on the Gregory Allen Barron YouTube channel. It can also be found on my Instagram page. It can also be found in my Facebook group, Your Small Business Breakthrough. And once again, that's Gregory Allen Barron on Facebook. You can find out information about Gregory Allen Barron on my LinkedIn page. Please don't hesitate, if you're interested in the services I'm talking about providing, in finding out more about me and reaching out to me here, gabfinc@aol.com, GABFINC@AOL.com. Please don't be afraid to think about what it is you want and find out how the big man might be able to help you. I look forward to hearing from you, and I really hope that you take the chance to move forward with your own life. Take care, and until we talk again.
Viewfinder. Stop recording video.